What's going on, guys? My name is Joe. This is the Duel Factory, and today I'm going to be bringing you a recap of my YCS Columbus experience. Admittedly, this would have been posted sooner. However, when I got home on Monday, I figured I would record on Tuesday and upload it for you. However, on that note, when I went to work on Tuesday and I came back, I found that my landlord's company that he uses to do all of our landscaping, like mowing the grass and all that fun stuff, apparently ran over my fiber line that had not been buried by the company that I had chose. So I've been without internet for a couple days, so I haven't recorded it. But as you can see, that is no longer the case now. So I'm going to record this and go ahead and show you guys what I played for Columbus. Now, we played Fiendsmith Mitsurugi for YCS Columbus. We had admittedly all decided to play Mitsurugi, and at first it was Mitsurugi Azumina, but we were looking at, well, I say looking, Lucas was looking at Blazing Dominion and looked at like the Red Dragon Archfiend cards, because we had originally talked about maybe playing a Red Dragon Archfiend version of this, but he found that Crimson Blade Dragon was a bridge to your Mitsurugi stuff, and this version of the deck, unlike the other ones, so for example like Pure and Azumina, the two decks could bridge back and forth, which is something was really good with the decks, kind of like the Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck when we had King of the Feral Imps. Admittedly, you did have to play some extra requirements and one main deck requirement, but overall, I think this was the best version of the deck. Now, when we went to the main event, I actually started fairly well. I started 3-1, but I lost 2 of the next 3 rounds, so I ended up dropping after that, even though I could have had a chance to make day 2. But that's neither here nor there. As for what I played, in the main event, I played against 3 other Mitsu decks, mirror/not mirror. I went 1-2 against those, admittedly, because I'm still learning how to play the Mitsu deck, but I could definitely tell, like, the games that I lost were definitely within my control, because I was the one doing misplays, and I was seeing what I was doing wrong, so that's a big plus. Played against a Cool Tune, played against a Branded, and then I played against a Pure Patreon deck. Now, day 2, we did some side events. Lucas actually won a regional fight playing this exact same list, which is hilarious because he only wanted the mat anyway, and sure enough, for 25 bucks, he did get the mat. But I will go ahead and show you our list, what we played, and then kind of give like explanations of why we played everything like that. So starting off with the main deck, we'll start with the Mitsu Ritual monsters. So we played 1 Habakiri, 1 Murakumo, and 1 Futsu. Now, admittedly, most people, or most lists I see, play 2 Murakumo. Because we're playing a bigger Fiendsmith package, my suggestion was to play 1 less, and I never really missed the second one, and you get enough of these as it is. And surprisingly, I open these cards a lot. Not Habakiri, but I open Murakumo and Futsu quite a bit. So there's that. Then for your main normal summon is Aramasa. I arguably wanted to play 2 of this, but after playing rounds, this to me is probably the best card in the deck. This is Fiendsmith combo and Mitsu combo, all in 1 card. So there's that. One of my cards I like to say in my hand, 1 Saji. The card I like to say in my hand the most is 1 Kusanagi. And then surprisingly, I never really saw Night Sword Serpent in my hand. Because we're playing the bridge, you have to play Night Sword Serpent in this deck, which I don't think that's that bad at all. Don't get me wrong, it sucks to draw, but it is a level 4, which is kind of crucial. And it's just a free body. So it lets you end on your ideal board of Futsu, IP, Caesar a lot easier too. Then we also play 3 copies of Prep. Best way to bait out hand traps. 3 copies of Prayer. This card's insane. I can't believe it took me this long to actually play the Mitsu deck. Like, this card's nuts. Like, I don't get it. And then we played 1 Mitsurugi Ritual and then 1 Mitsurugi Mirror. And that's it for the Mitsurugi cards themselves. For the Fiendsmith cards, we play 3 copies of Engraver. So this and Tract are admittedly 1 card everything, right? So at first, we discovered that Fiendsmith Engraver was the only way to bridge the 2, so it didn't seem that great. But then we found a way to also do it with Tract, because the key is you need 2 level 6 bodies. At the end of the day is what it really comes down to. So we maxed out on those. Now, admittedly, we did play 2 copies of Fiendsmith Lacrima. We initially thought that this was a 1-card way to get to the same engine. Spoiler alert, it's not. So, in future builds, we're going to cut this down to 1 and probably play 1 Manju, because 1 Manju is also a full combo. So, probably test your theories before they play them. 1 copy of Lurie, and then this was Lucas's idea. We played 1 copy of Fiendsmith in Paradise. I personally didn't really like this card. He loved it. I don't know how Xavier felt about it, but me personally, I think he made a point that the reason I didn't like it is because me and him were playing the deck differently. He was always trying to do like the mid-range board, whereas if I open like Engraver, I'm always trying to go for like the big boy board, as I like to call it. So maybe if I start playing it more like he was playing, maybe I like Fiendsmith in Paradise more. But we were citing Mitsurugi Great Purification. So I would probably main deck that instead of Paradise, but who knows. For non-engine, we played 3 copies of Fuwalos. We played 3 copies of Ash. This card really wasn't that great, but that's not here nor there. 3 copies of Build. This card is phenomenal for me. And then 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. And then that's 39 cards. The 40th card is the main deck requirement for your bridge. We play 1 copy of Mirror Resonator. Crimson Blade Dragon requires a Resonator tuner, and this just happens to be a light fiend with a decent effect. So if your opponent controls an extra deck monster and you discards in your graveyard, you can special summon it, but it leaves the field. So basically, it gives you follow-up into your Fiendsmith of the next turn. That's it for the extra deck. Not extra deck, main deck. For the extra deck, we played 2 copies of Fiendsmith's Requiem. We played 2 of this because we wanted to respect the Cool Tune deck being able to banish from your extra deck. It did come up for me because my opponent did actually do the, not Crackle, but the other one that randomly banishes one, and they actually hit the 2nd copy of this, so I was still able to play. There's that. We played 1 copy of Sequence, 1 copy of Agnum Day, 1 copy of Desiree. This is part of the, those 2 cards are part of the big boy board. Lacrima, you do need to play Lacrima in this. That's what gives Track the ability to become the bridge. Then we play 1 copy of Caesar. Admittedly, this card was really good for me until I played like side events where I played like Doomsday, and I didn't even realize that they had an actual main deck out to it. But now that I know that, I can actually play around it a lot better. But card was still really good. 1 Exciton Knight as your 4 bridge. Necroquit Princess, and then you do have to play Aerial Leader in this combo. You need this to send the Mirror Resonator, because then what you'll do is you'll special summon this back by banishing the 2 6s, whether it's 2 Engraver or Engraver Lacrima. And then you'll summon to his own cross sheet points to bring it back. And then you synchro the 2 for Crimson Blade Dragon. This card is really unique. It's a level 7 synchro. Its effect, whenever it's synchro summoned, I can take a level 8 or higher monster that cannot be normal summoned or set, so ritual monsters, from deck or graveyard, and either added to hand or special summoned, but negate its effects if it's special summoned. So, yeah, that is your bridge. It's actually really cool. I got to do that combo several times. And then it actually has a relevant effect, which for those of you who play Duelist Alliance format or just Big Shit All fans, it's similar to Construct. When it battles a level 5 or higher monster, I'll just read it. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles level 5 or higher monster, you can destroy that monster, so boom, it just kills it. So a really relevant effect came up a couple times. Then for the links, IP Masquerena is almost on every end board. 1 SP Little Knights, and then 1 Dynamundo. And then since this is a bigger event, I'll go ahead and show my side deck. So we did play 3 copies of Retaliating Sea. I personally thought this card was really good, especially going into other matchups such as, not necessarily branded, but it was decent against the Mirror for starters, especially if they were playing like one that had like a supplementary engine. It was really good against the Cool Tune deck, but a lot of times when it's out, you hold it for when they go the quick play. So I think it's like JJ Cool Tune or something like that. That might be the field spell, but whatever. We did find that Ash Droplet was a very effective combo against that deck too. There were some Draco players running around. It's great against that deck. Anything that requires you to resolve a fusion spell usually is pretty good, and so on and so forth. 2 copies of Droll and Lockbird were cited. This card was really good every time I cited it. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I liked this card. However, I only got to resolve it once, which was really unfortunate. We cited 3 copies of Forbidden Crown. I always cited this card going in first, but I kept Droplet in going second. This card has a lot of versatility and was really good for me. So, 1 copy of Talents. The best side card was 3 copies of Solemn Accusation. Card's insane, especially like when you play the mirror. Just depending, like, you don't have to do the... Paying 3,000 against the mirror is not that great because they can just get the cards back with Kusanagi, so paying 1,500 is really huge. Other rogue matchups, it was really good. Like, for example, whenever... I didn't get the option to, but whenever Lucas played against Doomsy, when they put the Power Patron Doomsy in the scale, he saw him accusation and they lost all their copies, so that was really funny. I did watch someone to the left of me playing against Sky Striker get all their Engage Assault accusations, so that was really funny. And then I played one copy of Mitsurugi Great Purification. We all played this card. I sided in a lot going first. Like, I just took the Fiendsmith and Paradise out and just sided that in. I thought it was way better. But again, I play differently. I'm always doing the big boy board, as I like to call it. But that was the profile for the YCS Columbus recap for what we played at the main event. You guys can go ahead and tell me what you think in the comments. You feel free to give me any suggestions or, leave me in comments, whatever. And I think I'm going to continue playing this a little bit for the format. I might move on to, like, some other projects and stuff like that. But I will also probably start doing, like, combo videos again. Like, this one, like, it's not hard to do it. You could probably figure it out. But, like, being able to bridge back and forth is really, really cool in this deck. And I think it's a really important aspect. Arguably, you could play Pure, where you can play a lot of the better, like, non-engine, like, Impulse, Spark, and stuff like that. Or you could play, like, Azamina, where the deck has a little bit more backbone, I guess. But I think, to me personally, I think this is probably the best way to play Mitsurugi until we get anything else. But, again, my name is Joe. This was The Duel Factory. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.